Hello guys, hi, Merry Christmas, and welcome to this week's video. This week, I'm going to talk about the best Christmas trilogy in the world. Like the best Christmas trilogy ever. My opinion, obviously. Yeah, and that is the Santa Paws movies. If you have not seen the Santa Paws movies, go out and watch them right now. Pause this video and go watch them. Literally. So there are three movies. There's The Search for Santa Paws, Santa Paws 2, and then Santa Buddies, that's a whole different thing. So in Santa Paws 1, that one is probably the saddest one out of all of them. Even though the third one is the one that makes me personally cry the most. So in Santa Paws, number 1, Santa gets this stuffed dog, and they put a little collar on him with a little Christmas icicle, like crystal. And if you don't know, the Christmas icicle is this giant icicle in a cave that, basically gives them Christmas magic to be able to do their Christmas things. Like make toys and energy, and it literally affects all the magic animals and everything like that. This is their lore anyway. So first episode, Santa Paws becomes a dog. So Santa is given a stuffed animal, and then they put the collar on it with the Christmas icicle, and he turns into a real dog, like Pinocchio type stuff. So then I don't remember exactly what happened next, if it was because he wanted to be a real boy. No, if he wanted to be a real puppy. I think that's Santa Buddies. But no, they go together. This is on purpose. The dog goes together with Santa. Santa gets a letter in the letter mail saying that a friend of his has passed away. So he was going to go visit this friend because they have a bunch of Christmas magic and all of that, and they want to make sure the Christmas magic keeps going and stuff. So he goes to New York, where his friend is, New York. And then he gets hit by a car. These movies are so camp. You just have to understand. Then he gets hit by a car. And then, oh my gosh, I'm literally doing this all from memory. I watched all three of them a few days ago. Then he gets hit by a car, and then some guy that's sleeping on a bench steals his bag and his Christmas icicle. So he starts losing the Santa starts losing his Christmas magic. And the Santa dog, Santa Paws, was running after the guy that stole the bag, and he got lost from Santa. So he gets lost. Santa Paws is now on a different side of New York, and Santa is just, he doesn't remember anything, right? And then the guy sleeping on the bench, he stole the bag. So he's pretending to be Santa to get money after this. That's what he's up to. And so Santa, the person, walks into just a random Christmas toy store, a random toy store. And these people in these toy store is looking for a Santa, like a Santa to be like, hi kids, what do you want for Christmas? Ho ho ho. They're looking for some guy, and they called and they were like, well, we don't have any Santas. All of them are being used right now. So the Santa walks in, doesn't know who he is, doesn't know where he is, nothing. Walks in. It just so happened to be the family of his friend that just passed away. But he doesn't know this, obviously. And they don't know that his friend knew that their grandpa knew Santa. That's crazy. So that's when we're introduced to that family. And then, on his first day, these two little girls come and visit him. I don't know if they're both orphans, but we are introduced to this one named Quinn. Yes, my cat. Quinn, my cat. This one named Quinn, who she's like, my mommy didn't make it. It's so sad. Oh my God, it's so sad. And then they move into like, she has to move into a foster home, which the lady that owns the foster home is so mean. She is so mean all the time for no reason. Like she just like, I'm glad what happened to her at the end happened to her, because she does not deserve that foster care license. She would like neglect them. They weren't allowed to have toys. They weren't allowed to have anything that their parents gave them. If they were bad, they had to sleep in the basement next to an incinerator, which is where she gets rid of all of their toys. Like, it was crazy. No Christmas, no lights, you know, blah, 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 the huge Scrooge. She would like leave the house to go do errands, or they always said get her hair done. Like, she was one of those. Anyway, she went to go get her hair done. 2 girls left and went to the store that the Santa was in, and older girl is looking at the bike, and then little girl, she believes in Santa, so she goes in and is like, it's Santa, or she like sees it from the window and she's like, it's Santa, I want to go in and say hi and like ask him for Christmas. And so older girl's like, no, Quinn, you can't go in there, he's not real, Santa's not real. And she's like, but he is. So they go in, she goes in. The parents, the like people that own the shop are like, hello baby, what are you doing? And there's like nobody else in the shop for some reason, even though like there's a line outside, but she got in. Door was wide open, she walked in. I don't know. Anyway, she tells Santa that she wants to get her sister, that kid, the thing she was looking at the window, and that's so cute. And she's like, well, blah, blah, blah. And then she mentions that she's in foster care, and she's like, blah, blah, blah. And then the parents, this is a little thing that you learn at the beginning, is that they are trying to have a kid, but they can't have kids, but she really wants a kid, and she wants a kid, and that she's sad this year because she doesn't have a kid. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so little baby Quinn mentions it to Santa that she's in foster care and that her sister wants that bike. They're not actually sisters, obviously, but like she calls her sister because she's a kid. Anyway, this is literally the saddest movie ever. Oh my God. So yeah, that all happens. She goes back, they go back home and get caught by the mean old lady. So older girl has to sleep in the basement with the incinerator. And then, oh yeah, and then, you know, Santa travels by sleigh. So he parked his sleigh in New York. And hi, Quinn. This is Quinn, by the way. He parks his sleigh in New York, and this little Boy Scout finds him. And you can only hear the animals talk if you believe in the Christmas spirit. So he goes up to the reindeer and he's like, oh my gosh, what are you guys doing? And then the reindeer talk to him because he believes in Santa. And he's like, we're from Santa and you need to find Santa. So he goes to every single Santa in the entire world, all of them in New York, all of them. He goes to the old guy that's the guy that stole Santa's bag that's pretending to be Santa. He goes to him. He goes to the real Santa. He goes to all of them. And then the real Santa that's at the toy store, he gives little kid a pin that, and then when the little kid goes back to the reindeer is like, which Santa gave you that pin? That's the real Santa. So then, yeah. Anyway, one day, little girl in the foster care system is outside on the balcony, and she sees a little doggy, and she goes down, and it's Santa Paws. It's Santa Paws. It's a little white doggy, and they start talking. They start talking because he's a dogging dog. And they talk, but only Quinn can tell that it's talking. Everyone else, it sounds like barking because they don't believe in Christmas, but some of them do. Anyway, this movie is just so camp. It's just so camp. She takes the dog inside. I don't know how lady didn't hear the dog barking in the closet. Like, tell me how. I don't know. Anyway, dog her and the dog sleep in a closet so she can hide the dog, obviously. And then older girl, I just remembered her name. Her name is Wilhelmina, or Will. And Will finds them in the closet. And he's like, why do you have a dog? What are you doing? We're going to get in so much trouble. You're going to have to sleep by the incinerator. And then she takes the dog upstairs to the room that's got like all the kids are staying in one room. It's like 12 kids in one room. I don't know how that's possible, but there is. Dog is talking, and all the other girls are like, a puppy, he's talking. And Will's like, he's not talking. And then they have this beautiful music number that's like, do Christmas, I do believe in Christmas. Yeah, that one. They have this great one, and I think by the end, Will hears the dog talking, Santa Paws, which is great. But then they have to sleep. But then they get in trouble for singing and dancing and having Christmas stuff everywhere because Santa's Paws magic made Christmas stuff go everywhere. And so they get in trouble, and Will has to sleep downstairs with Santa Paws. And Girly Pop, mean old Girly Pop lady, she took Santa Paws' necklace so he couldn't have any more magic. And while they were sleeping, he turned back into a stuffed animal. And this is one of the reasons that I wanted to talk about this. Imagine how traumatizing that is to go to sleep with like a real living, breathing like animal, and then you wake up and it's just like a dog. I would literally like scream and cry and like be traumatized for the rest of my life. Like no getting adopted would save that. I would be dead. That would be horrible. Like, oh my god, I can't even imagine it. Anyway, that's a spoiler, obviously. Lady also takes Quinn's thing from her mom and puts it in the incinerator, and then Santa Paws almost gets incinerated because girl comes down to take dog to pound, and dog stuffed animal. So she like, why toy? I hope that made sense. She's like, why you have toys? So she puts toy in the incinerator, and that's Santa Paws. That is not a toy. That is a dog. That is a dog, dude. Like, that is a dog. Anyway, while this is all happening, the Santa at the toy store starts getting weaker and weaker and sicker because he doesn't have his crystal, his little Christmas crystal icicle. So he starts getting sicker and sicker and weaker until, I don't remember what happens first or what happens last, but Eli, oh my gosh, Eli is a recurring character in this trilogy. Him and his dog are the only characters that stay the same in this whole movie, in this whole trilogy. Eli and his dog are the only characters that stay the same during the whole entire time. So Eli is his head elf. I love Eli. Eli and his dog, I love them. So Eli the head elf is like, why isn't Santa back yet? He was only supposed to be gone a few days. We need to go make sure he's okay. So they go. Oh, and they track Santa with his icicle. So they go and they find the guy pretending to be Santa, and he has slowly turned into Santa. Like, he's got a white beard and like white hair, and Eli's like, the magic in the Christmas icicle must have turned you into Santa. Whatever. So then they find the real Santa. They find the reindeer, and the reindeer are like, we're sick, we need help. Santa has been missing, and he hasn't been back. And so the guy that stole the Christmas stuff, he was like, oh, I know where he is, blah blah blah. They find Santa, or they don't find Santa, I don't know. He goes and gets a bunch of like food to feed the reindeer, and somehow the Boy Scout also like found Santa. I don't know. I really don't remember what happens at the end, I guess. But la 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 la. Oh yeah. Quinn and Will go back to the toy store at the same time that they're leaving because their Santa, like the toy store owners, the Santa that was working for them was also staying with them, and he got really, really sick, so he went to the hospital and almost It was crazy. Anyway, so Will and Quinn were just happened to be there at the same time. So they were like, let's go. And then, no, wrong. Eli goes to the foster care house and sees all the abuse that they're going through and is like, okay, Will, we're going to go find Santa. So they go find Santa. All together. They put the Christmas icicle back on Santa. He gets all better. The parents from the toy store adopt Will and Quinn, and everything's all amazing. That's the first movie. It's the best. I can't believe it took me 15 minutes to summarize that movie. It's very good. That one is the saddest one because it's like she's just sad, and it sucks that those kids had to go through that, and blah blah blah. That's the saddest one because I don't know, because it's just sad. It's just sad. Like all of it's just sad until the end when they get adopted. Yeah, and the second movie, I don't like the second movie, but something that we will need to know is that Disney's thing of doing continuation movies, it's not new. Everyone's complaining about it. It's like it's not new. This is something they've been doing forever with Santa Paws. Santa Paws number 1 and Santa Paws number 2. Santa Paws number 2, I don't like it. Let me tell you why. 1, the girl who played Quinn in the first movie is in the second movie as a different character. If this is supposed to be like a continuation, shouldn't it be the same character? Shouldn't she play the same character? Maybe they show them like doing stuff. Like, I don't know. But shouldn't it be the same character? I don't know. And then also, the Santas aren't the same either. Or the Mrs. Claus. None of the actors are the same except Eli and the dog. But one actress, she was in Dog with Blog, G. Cornelius, she's in the first movie, and then she's in the second movie as a dog. I know what they were going for. They were trying to do their buddies thing, but with Santa Paws, but it didn't work out really. And it's really confusing because in the first, like in Santa Paws 2, there's a bunch of puppies, and then in Santa Buddies, there's only one puppy. So I'm guessing, I'm so confused as to how this works. So in the Santa Paws 2 movie, they're like pretending this is the first time that they've ever had puppies before. Like he doesn't know what he's doing. He's very like, I'm so excited. Like he's got first time dad jitters. Santa Paws has the first time dad jitters because he's having puppies for the first time. So he has puppies. I don't really remember why Miss Claus decides to go, but they go to this town that is where the most Christmas magic in the whole entire area is, right? So they go there, whole entire, like, United States or whatever, I don't know. But they go there and the puppies sneak on the thing and they're there too. I don't know what they got up to. I don't even remember what shenanigans they got up to. I just remember that, oh, okay, so one of them stole Eddie the Elf's dog's Christmas icicle collar, so now they have magic. And yeah, the mechanics are different too, because the puppies don't need magic, but in the second movie, the puppy does need magic. So anyway, they don't need magic because they're going to get their Christmas icicle eventually. They have to earn it. Oh, that's why they were going. They were going because they wanted to make everyone's Christmas magical and show them that they're ready for their Christmas icicles. Anyway, so they go, blah, blah, blah. And then this kid just lost his mom or something. And so he's like, and sad and angry about Christmas. And he's like, I wish Christmas would just go away. And the puppy that has the Christmas icicle is, of course, standing right next to him. So he makes that wish come true. And there's no Christmas in the one town that had the most Christmas spirit of the whole entire United States. So, yeah. I don't know, Mrs. Claus gets arrested. They almost sell all the reindeer. They do bring back Christmas, obviously. I don't really remember the details. Oh, the girl, Quinn, in the last movie, and how she plays a different character in this movie, she sings a beautiful song on the radio, because they're both, the kid I was just talking about that sings song on the radio and the kid that made the wish to make Christmas go away are brother and sister. Hold on, I'm about to sneeze. Whew. Anyway, they're brother and sister, and they're both coping with the fact that their mom just died in very different ways. She's like, I want to remember Christmas because mom loved Christmas, and I want to do all the same things mom used to do. And then the boy's like, mom's gone. That one's sad too, I guess. But it's less sad because they still have a dad, and the girls in the first movie did not even have one parent. Anyway, and they were being double abused on top of that. They were being abused on top of losing their parents. Like, Anyway, diva. I don't remember, but they saved Christmas. Somehow they saved Christmas. But I like to complain about that one because none of the actors are the same. All of the actors that were in the first movie play someone completely different, and shouldn't it be a continuation? Doesn't matter. Let's move on. Santa Buddies, the best one in the of the three. I don't know. So this movie I was obsessed with the year my brother passed away. I remember going to like school and watching this, going to school, watching this, going out of school, etc., etc. This movie is very good. So if you don't know, there was a movie called Air Bud, and Air Bud had puppies, and there's a series of movies about these puppies. Space buddies, snow buddies, sports buddies. I don't know, but probably. But my favorite by far is the Santa Buddies. Don't watch the Snow Buddies. All of them died. all the puppies died in Snow Buddies. Spoiler alert. Not Snow Buddies. This is not about Snow Buddies, but that's just a fun fact I learned from watching a YouTube iceberg or something about the Santa Buddies, or the Buddies trilogy. But this is about Santa Paws trilogy. Santa Buddies is the last one in it. We start off with Santa Paws has one son called, I don't remember his name. Puppy Paws. His name is Puppy Paws. Puppy Paws. Sorry, I got really excited because I remembered him. He's so cute. They start off with this little song. Jingle bells ring, there's the bell, let's work until we grant each Christmas wish. It's very funny. So Santa Paws, he just wants to be an ordinary puppy. He does not want to inherit Christmas like his dad. He does not want to take over Christmas, you know? He just wants to be an ordinary puppy. So he's always causing trouble and asking the reindeer to take him on rides and just not being very Christmassy. He's just always doing fun stuff, which is great. That is Christmassy. Anyway, diva. This diva decides to sneak onto the mail truck Eli and Eddie take to pick up letters to Santa. They pick up letters to Santa, and Santa Paws stays at Fernfield, Washington, which is where the buddies are from. So he went through the naughty list and he found Butterball, which is the one that eats a bunch of food, and he was on the naughty list for eating the Thanksgiving turkey. Of course, Butterball. Turkey. Butterball. Anyway, moving on. He finds Butterball. He's like staying in the window of a toy store, and then Butterball walks by and he's like, Butterball, wait! So he gets out, he chases him, he tells him, I'm from Santa and blah blah blah, I'm from the North Pole and I'm Santa Paws and you are on the naughty list. And he's like, I don't believe you. And then he's like, wait, I really am on the naughty list. And then so Santa Paws goes to all the buddies and experiences their life for a second. He goes to Butterball and I don't remember what they do. He eats Christmas cookies and he transforms the cookies into Christmas cookies. And then he goes to I don't know, one of them. There's Butterball, B-Dog, Buddha, Mudbud, and Rosebud, I think. So he goes to Mudbud's house, and Mudbud, they're all muddy, and Santa Claus shakes and makes mud everywhere and then transforms them into Christmas like shapes with his little magic. He goes to B-Dog? I don't remember. Oh, B-Dog was teaching him how to dance. That was funny. And then he goes to G. Cornelius' dog, Rosebud's house, and makes her super cute Christmas outfit into a atrocious Christmas outfit. And then goes to Buddha and then transforms his Buddha into a snowman. So they're all like, so they play hide and seek to get rid of him. And he overhears them talking shit about him behind his back while they're supposed to be hiding. And he's supposed to be finding them for hide and seek. They're all flawed characters. After he runs away, they are like, no, but we need to understand. He's just different and it's okay and blah, blah, blah. So then they come out and they're like, where'd he go? And then they find out that the dog catcher got him. So he's in the pound and he meets this little dog named Tiny who believes in Jesus. And it's just a random fact. Like, she's a dog and she believes in Jesus. Like, is there a dog Jesus? Was there a dog that died on the cross next to Jesus? That is my question. Do they believe in dog Jesus or do they believe in Jesus? That is a very good question. Anyway, it's relevant because she like finds a steak on the ground and is like, thank you, Lord, for this blessing. Anyway, she sings a little song about wanting a Christmas miracle that used to make me cry. Still makes me cry. I don't know what happens. Santa Claus uses his magic to escape? Probably not. The buddies help him escape? Possibly. Somehow Eddie comes back. Maybe, they're running out of Christmas magic in their mail truck, so they go back, and when they get back, they're like, Santa Claus is gone. And he's like, Santa Claus is gone! And then they find the piece of paper that he was using to find Butterball in the mail truck, so they're like, okay, we know where he is. So they go and they find him. Eddie the dog. Eddie is his name. There's Eli and Eddie. Eddie is the dog. Eddie is the dog, and Eddie talks to the dog catcher and is like, blah, 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 Mr. Cruz, you didn't get a dog for Christmas, so now you're angry. And he's like, how do you know that? Why are you talking? Then he has a panic. Then he like gets scared, and then Eddie the dog escapes with his Christmas magic, and Tiny gets adopted. Little fun fact, very cute. And the buddies fly them back to the North Pole because they only have what magic is left in his crystal, and that's only enough to fly a little small plastic sleigh that only gets Santa Claus and the buddies to the North Pole. And then they get Christmas hats, and it's really cute. And yeah, that one is the best out of all of them. Because I liked the buddies growing up, and I love Christmas. Not really, but like, I don't know. I liked it. It was very cute. Yeah. So that is the best Christmas trilogy of all time, the Santa Buddies. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to me talk and summarize all three movies. Definitely go check them out. They are all on all three on Disney Plus. I literally just watched them all the other day. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and be kind.